Welcome to The Money Hour with host Tina Mitchell and co-host Keelan Harvey. Tina Mitchell, MLO 145420, and Keelan Harvey, MLO 1330075, are licensed loan originators with Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC, and MLS 7233. The views expressed by the speakers on the following program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC, nor are they necessarily endorsed by Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC. Now, in the studio, local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome to the Money Hour at 11:50 a.m. KKNW, the Saturday, November 3rd show. I'm your host, Tina Mitchell.
And co-host Keelan Harvey.
You're a local mortgage experts, bringing you expert advice and inside knowledge on today's events and how it'll affect our economy. If you're hearing our show at a different time of day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. But to connect with the guests that we have on the show today, please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. In studio, our lineup for today's show is Danelle Green with Higher Path Healing, Celebrations of Life. We're talking about Activate Your Soul Power. Also in studio, we have Darin and Carly Dahan with DCD Property Group, Internet Tools and Online Search Engines. And our last guest in studio is Carrie Ray Davis with Keller Williams, the secret sauce of working with the right agent. Great guests and great information on today's show, as we do each week. Feel free to call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And we'll start out today's show with a little money chat.
Money.
Keelan's looking over here what we're going to talk about at Money Chat today.
Yeah, I didn't know today. I'm really curious. You always got some good nuggets for us, Tina.
I thought I'd talk about the cost of purchasing versus interest rate and what that might look like. So as I'm sure all of our listeners know that mortgage interest rates are still increasing. They're actually the highest that they've been over the last 7 years. The average for the 30-year fixed last week was 4.86. Last year average was 3.94. So that's almost a 1% increase in interest rates over the last 12 months. So just to put this in perspective, every 1/8% in interest rate is about $25 a month in your mortgage payment. So really what's more important is how does that adjust your buying power? It lowers your buying power by about $5,000 for every 1/8% increase that the rates go up. So if we saw a 1% increase over the last 12 months, that means you've just lost buying power of $20,000. So the cost of purchasing a home is much more important than the price of the home. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. So obviously prices is part of the equation, and assuming that you're not buying a home all cash, that's a whole nother conversation. But for our listeners that are actually using a mortgage, you're going to have mortgage interest rate. So the mortgage interest rate can have a dramatic impact on the overall cost. So I'm not attempting to predict the future and the interest rates, but I want to help you understand the potential impact of the cost of purchasing a home if interest rates do continue to increase. Even if you think the real estate market may drop in price, whole nother conversation. I think we're in a very strong market here, and I don't want to insinuate that we're going to see a drop in the market, but that's conversation with a little bit of shift that we've had. So if you think that the price might go down, believing that interest rates would increase, the cost of your home could be more expensive. So let's just look at this from numbers perspective. That's what Keelan and I do, so it's nice to bring the numbers in here. If today you could purchase a home for $500,000 with an interest rate of 4.875, and you came in with a 5% down payment, that would put your loan amount at $475,000. Principal and interest payment would be $2,514 a month. So if you waited to purchase thinking the market is going to decrease, let's just say the market dropped 5%, which would bring that $500,000 home down to $475,000. With the same down payment of 5%, your loan amount would be $451,000. Obviously, you're borrowing less money because the property price went from $500 to $475. Okay. It's a little bit nicer if you got a visual here, but I'm sure you're able to stick with me. So now let's say the interest rate went up. It was 4.875. Now it's gone up 1% at 5.875. So your principal and interest would be $26.69. So for a $25,000 discount in price because you waited when the market dropped 5%, but a 1% increase in rate because you waited and now the interest rates went up, the increase in the payment was $155 a month. So over 7 years, that's $24,000 in interest. So the lost in buying power is another way to look at this. If you would have bought right now, and you've lost over $50,000 in buying power based on the interest rate. So you could have purchased a $550,000 home, keeping your payment at the same that the purchase price would be if where the rates are at now or at that 1% increase. So there's a couple of different ways to look at it. But what I wanted to really share is it really is the cost that's going to have typically a bigger impact than the actual price of the home. So make sure that you're looking at all the numbers and make sure you're really strategizing on what might make the best decision for you in whether you're going to be taking advantage of this market that we're in right now with these interest rates. That's a little mini chat for you coming up next on the Money Hour. Activate your soul power. Danelle Green with Higher Path Healing, Celebrations of Life, right here on 1150 AM KKNW after this short break.
Do you have the power to accomplish your goals? Are you connecting with others? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you learning and growing? Do you feel successful? Maybe you feel as though just getting through the day is the most you can do. Imagine what a difference it would make in your life when you activate your soul power. Your soul is indestructible. Your soul is the source to all you need. Your soul connects you to universal divine light, love, power, and wisdom. Danelle Green is a healer and guide who will help you activate your soul power, live your infinite greatness, and be your own hero. Step into your higher path. You are so possible.
Hello, I'm Danelle Green. I can guide you to activate your soul power. Find free resources at danellegreen.com. That's DANELLE green.com. Click on Book a Call for a free 30-minute Soul Power Breakthrough session. I will listen deeply, and together we will discover the wisdom and power of your soul. The divine in me celebrates the divine in you. Namaste.
DCD Property Group was founded on integrity, professionalism, hard work, and trust, values that never waver. They take great pride in providing a high level of personalized service to create a luxury experience for all clients, one that you will truly appreciate. Buy a new home or sell your current one in the greater Seattle and surrounding areas with DCD Property Group. Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals. We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals. Call us today at 206-399-2800 or visit us online at www.dcdpropertygroup.com.
Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals.
We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals.
Call us today at 206-399-2800. That's 206-399-2800.
Or visit us online at dcdpropertygroup.com.
You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to the Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell.
And co-host Keelan Harvey.
Your local mortgage experts right here on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, November 3rd show. It's a great day to talk money, and that's what the show is all about, how to make money, save money, and have a better quality of life for you and your family. If you're hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast, but we're here to connect you with the guests that we have on the show. You can call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And in studio right now, back by popular demand, my good friend Danelle Green with Higher Path Healing, Celebrations of Life. Activate your soul power. Danelle, thank you so much for coming back in studio.
Thanks so much for having me.
And isn't it nice just to listen to her voice? She's so calming.
She does have a good voice.
She does.
Thank you.
And a little bit about Danelle. Danelle is a guide and a healer to help people activate their soul power. As a certified hypnotherapist and owner of a Higher Path Healing, she meets clients one-on-one or in group sessions in person or online. As an ordained minister and owner of Celebrations of Life, she writes and officiates weddings and legacy celebrations and funerals. Danelle and her her husband, Kevin, place international high school students in host homes through Green Heart Exchange. They have hosted 13 students since 2006. Danelle is a healer and guide who will help you rise to the next level in any area of life by activating your soul power.
Wow, Danelle, so some of the most happiest moments in my life and the saddest were, of course, a wedding and a funeral, and monumental moment in people's lives, and you officiate those. How'd you get involved in that? How did it start?
I was first ordained in 2006, and so I did weddings and funerals as a part of my church job. And now I'm ordained online. So obviously it's very, very fun to do weddings, and it's an honor to do funerals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Danelle, why did you become a hypnotherapist?
Well, I was working at home creating my business Celebrations of Life, and I happened to buy a coupon for a $20 hypnotherapy group session, and I walked away from that session in May of 2015 unable to eat a graham cracker or Oreo cookie. I simply can't eat one to this day.
That's crazy.
And so I realized what a great tool this is for transforming people's lives. So that fall I became certified.
So hypnotherapy, that's awesome. Your subconscious. We've had guests and things and talked about how small of you use a small portion of your brain compared to the massive amount that you don't use. So I know
I'm a really dang smart person, but I don't know where it all goes.
I don't know what's up with my other little part or whatever. But so what's the difference with hypnotherapy for your clients' lives? Why hypnotherapy?
Well, the conscious mind is, just 1 or to 5% of our brain thinking and capacity. So our subconscious is 95%, and that's where all our beliefs and behaviors are stored. And so if we can remove limiting beliefs or negative events or any negative story that a person has, and we transform that to something positive and empowering, it literally changes your brain and every part of your life.
I like
it's amazing.
Me and Tina nerd out a lot.
We do.
We both have our motivation channels. I use 40 minutes of a commute every single day to dilute. We all have negative thinking, right? No matter who you are.
I do a refresh every day at 12 o'clock where I leave the office to go jam out and just listen to all my motivational stuff.
She never misses it.
Not to get in a better place, but to keep myself from getting in the not best place that I possibly can be.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff. And, I just wonder why more people don't put more attention and focus on this, because it really is going to direct the career that we're going to have, the life that we're going to have, what we're going to be able to contribute to back to our community, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Explain a little bit more how it works, Danelle.
And so it is a 90-minute session, and the client is put into a relaxed state, kind of how you feel when you're getting your hair cut or something where you just really don't want to move or even speak because you're so relaxed. And then I begin conversational structures and word pictures to help the person discover what their inner mind wants to share with them. It might be a story from the past, something that they're currently working with, or something in their future that they're worried about and they want to gain confidence. And so it's whatever the client brings to the session.
So you're really taking that block that they're having that is preventing them from moving forward in a positive way in their life and eliminate it.
Yes, it's very true. We can eliminate emotions and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Danelle, I'm curious. So what do the people that you serve need the most that you see?
Well, I think everyone on this planet usually is dealing with relationships, so improving relationships,
Makes sense.
improving the relationship with money, just like you were saying earlier, and also their health. So those are the three big things that people want to change.
And money would have to do with lack of confidence or how much confidence you have, right? Because, so breaking down those barriers of feeling they're not good enough or they're not able to accomplish something is going to have a direct impact to the income that they're going to be able to make, correct?
Oftentimes your money story started in childhood. So those are some of the things we transform.
Well, and don't people have a negative connotation of money? Certain people think of pain and negative things when it comes to money, so they kind of deflect it from their lives as opposed to it's more of a means for you and your family and that type of thing?
Absolutely. It's abundance.
Yes.
It brings abundance to our lives. And so if we could have a better picture about money and feel better about it, we'll be able to attract it into our lives.
Yeah, love that. So what does it mean to activate your soul power?
Well, that is an experience that started for me on October 31st, 2013, where I was listening to a book by Stephen Pressfield, The War of Art. And in that book, he said, the part we create from is far deeper and stronger. The part we create from can't be touched by anything society did or our parents did. The part we create from is unsullied and indestructible. And all of a sudden, I felt a shift in my psyche that was profound. And I realized that my soul was okay, and my soul was my connection to divine power and universal source, God, whatever.
Sure.
So I have created from that a program that helps people find their own soul and live with a sense of light, love, power, and wisdom from their inmost being.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful way to live, and it's a very powerful way to live.
So, Danelle, you mentioned previously infinite greatness. What does it mean to live your infinite greatness?
Well, when you realize you're connected to divine source, you're not limited by anything. You have the universal power available to you. And so you wake up every morning just realizing, I am infinitely great. I mean, what a great way to start your day.
Yeah.
And your mind believes the story that you tell yourself. So if you can tell yourself that story and believe it emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, it really does transform everything about your life.
Yeah, and I love how you talk about, that you're really meant to be your own superhero. And I do believe that we each have a very special and unique gift to provide the world. And I believe that our job is really to find out what that is and to really embrace it at the highest level that we can. So what does that mean for you in being your own hero?
Well, oftentimes we look outside of ourselves for truth. But when you activate your soul power, you can look within.
Yeah.
And so the be your own hero part is actually, I teach my clients self-hypnosis techniques.
Okay.
So that they can have tools to remove their limiting beliefs or emotions for themselves. So that's like the third stage of the soul power experience.
So you're really setting up, like a financial planner is going to teach us how to budget our money and how to manage that ourselves, so we're not having to call them all the time. Kind of the same thing as you're giving them the tools and resources that they can use to activate themselves, their own superhero.
Yep, absolutely.
Love that.
I know. It's amazing.
So amazing.
That is great. Danelle, what are some other tools that self-hypnosis, I think, is powerful? Is there any other tools that our listeners can use to improve their lives on a daily basis that you could think of?
Well, mindset obviously is very important, just like Tina was saying. She goes away and makes sure her mindset is super positive. Mindset takes kind of a long time to accomplish because it is very mindful. And so any time that you can have someone help facilitate that process for you and be a listener and a guide, it really makes the whole process happen a lot faster.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have to be really proactive at that. Like me in the morning, I have a gratitude shower. It's really weird. It sounds weird, but it's my time in the shower. So the things I'm grateful for. And then I just put as much positive thinking in my mind, and I work at it a lot. And I've been doing it for years.
Yes.
And if I stop, I notice that there's a shift. It's kind of weird. I mean, am I on the right track there? You got to put a lot of effort into it.
Absolutely. And if you need a little bit of help to make sure that you don't go into a shift as easily, find a practitioner.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
That's awesome.
Well, it's kind of like when you're going to the gym to work out. I mean, you have to continue working out. You have to continue eating correctly. You have to continue making better choices when it comes to your health and lifestyle. And same thing with your mindset. You have to always make the best decisions in how to put yourself in that best place and how to constantly be getting better at interaction with external. Because as you talk about so much, and it's so true, it really is all of the internal stuff. And how you internally are going to deal with something that's happening externally, because you don't have control over that, but you have 100% control over this. And so I just think what you're doing and the gift that you're providing to people is just so powerful, Danelle. And that's why I love having you in studio here. So where are you located at? How can people connect with you?
So I'm online at DanelleGreen.com. That's DANELLE green.com. You can find everything you need there. And also message me for a free discovery call.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to chat with you.
And you said in your bio, I mean, you meet with people face to face, but also you can do virtual meetings as well.
Absolutely.
World's kind of taken over by that virtual meeting.
Speaking of face to face, Danelle, where's your business located, physically located?
In Snohomish.
Snohomish, cool. Okay. Good to know.
You're going to ask Danelle another question?
Shall I?
I was giving it to you.
Oh,
I was passing the
that was my question,
baton to you.
actually.
Oh,
yeah, that was my question.
Yeah. He's
See,
pointing
she
out
always tries
here.
to blame me all the time. No. I'm kidding.
So, Danelle, for what you're doing, what is your passion behind this? Because I know we all have a why behind what we're doing and why we want to make a difference in the world. What is yours?
My passion is freedom for anyone in the whole world. Literally, when I worked for a church, I was serving 200 people. Now I serve 7.5 billion.
Wow.
And my heart is that people could find spiritual freedom and strength.
I love that. Well, Danelle, thank you so much for joining us back in studio. It's always nice to see you face to face.
Thank you, Tina.
And coming up next on the Money Hour, internet tools and online search engines, Darin and Carly DeHaan with DCD Property Group right here in 1150 AM KKNW after this short break.
DCD Property Group was founded on integrity, professionalism, hard work, and trust, values that never waver. They take great pride in providing a high level of personalized service to create a luxury experience for all clients, one that you will truly appreciate. Buy a new home or sell your current one in the greater Seattle and surrounding areas with DCD Property Group. Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals. We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals. Call us today at 206-399-2800 or visit us online at www.dcdpropertygroup.com.
Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals.
We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals.
Call us today at 206-399-2800. That's 206-399-2800.
Or visit us online at dcdpropertygroup.com.
You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to the Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
Your local mortgage experts right here at 1150 AM KKNW. And we're here to help you build a strong financial blueprint 1 week and one show at a time. That's what the show is all about. And that's what you'll get from listening to our show. If you're hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. But to connect with the guests that we have in studio today, please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And in studio right now, we have Darin and Carly DeHaan with DCD Property Group, internet tools and online search engines. Thank you so much, both of you, husband and wife team. I love it for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much.
And a little bit about Darin and Carly. A little bit about Darin and Carly. They have 17 plus years in the industry. Clients trust their expertise to secure the right project for their needs. They pride themselves on using their own skills in advertising, budgeting, negotiating, planning, and sales to the best service their clients. Their goal is to become your personal real estate consultants for life.
So, Carly, which I had the pleasure of meeting you. I've known Darin for like 20 years. So, fantastic team you guys make. And thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Carly, let's start with you. What's the first thing that you want buyers in the area to know?
Well, they all seem to be pretty intimidated when beginning the search for a realtor or a broker. I think that stems from the misconception that they have to pay us. And as a buyer, you don't pay us. That's kind of the first thing I want you to know. We get paid when you close on a home, but it's not your job to pay us.
Yeah, and that's an important part of the process that it is surprising a lot of buyers don't realize that.
Right.
And Carly, so there has been some shift in the market, even in our great market here in the Northwest, and we're seeing some buyers have some hesitation in moving forward. One reason I wanted to bring into Money Chat about, really looking at the cost, not necessarily price. Obviously, if we can get the best of everything and we know when to do that, jump in. But what are you seeing the reason for some of the hesitation?
I think a lot of people were affected by 2008. And even if you didn't actually lose anything, there's still the fear of history repeating itself. There's also, from what I have found, I guess not everyone has experienced this, but I have found that there's a general mistrust of real estate brokers. I think it does stem from the 2008 crash. But really, it was the lenders that were the ones doing the wrong thing.
We were the bad ones.
Hey now.
We were so bad.
But I think,
and I worked at Countrywide, by the way, back in that day.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
boy.
Yeah, whole nother conversation.
Tina did it. Tina's fault.
But truly, I think brokers were the face of it, because who do you think of when you think buying a house? You think of the brokers. You don't think of the people behind the scenes who are trying to make everything else line up.
Yes.
So I think that's a general. That's the general mistrust, I think, and it is causing people to look at other avenues when buying and selling, including the online search engines and internet tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see some of that on both sides of the industry. I won't name names, but definitely. So, do you think these online tools are helpful to the industry, the big box type folks on either side?
Yeah, Keelan, there's a couple of schools of thought in this area. On the upside, buyers and sellers have much better access to information, like market listings for sale by owners, homes for rent, foreclosures, and property specifics. But therein also lies the issue, however, as the information is rarely accurate or up to date. Another issue we've come across is that many agents who pay to be promoted on these sites do not know the area or the listings they receive calls on. Agents can often purchase zip codes and become an expert overnight in that area.
Were you going to say something, Keelan?
I was thinking about it, but
today's just all about
you roll,
interrupting
Tina.
each other.
I know, that's
no,
okay.
you go ahead. Guys, go first.
Well, we talked about this before, Geez, now I feel rude. See how she teed me up there, and then I just fell for that so bad. Good Lord. Oh, I open doors for ladies and things. Come on, that's rude for me. I'm English. That's messed up. It's against my code. Anyway, so we talk about that a little bit. Everything is very specific, and I think, and I'll just name names, Zillow and stuff, they're fantastic for what they do in that kind of search engine, but it's tough because there's a lot of details per home. There's a lot of things and little ins and outs of areas, and they, and unfortunately, they're just pulling data. So there can be mistakes with data too. So talk to a professional like these two and figure out what the heck your home's actually worth, right?
Yeah. So Darin, what are those mistakes?
Well, some of the inaccuracies we've seen. The majority of estimates of buyers and sellers come up with using those robo valuation. Unfortunately, these valuations mislead both buyers and sellers and make brokers like us, our jobs more difficult. Some of these sites will set you on their inflated prices simply to get the listing. Some simply don't care about selling your home because they just want the sign in the ground for advertisement.
Yeah, one of my listings this past summer, actually on Redfin she was dead set on using a Redfin agent, and I was able to sway her to the good side, I guess you want to say. Sorry, I'm hitting hard. But on Redfin alone, this house swung from $290,000 to $350,000 back to $325,000 all within 1 month.
Wow.
And so it was my job to convince her that, no, we should list here, and then it would go up, and she'd go, well, but what about this? And I mean, just back and forth. And it can sometimes be very challenging to bring a seller back down to earth when they see an estimate for $400,000 for their home, where when comps actually are showing $350,000 or lower. It's very difficult.
Well, and that's what's really surprising because technology is awesome. I mean, I designed a software. I own a software company and designed a software for mortgage professionals. So I'm a technology geek and love all of that stuff. And it's a really, really great tool. But taking away the personal and the person that's going to walk you through and make sure that things are the way they're supposed to be.
Right.
And the thing that really surprises me on what you just said, Carly, is when you've got the data, you can see what homes have actually sold for from the hands of a person, but still they're going off of online data. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of, Carly, what other inaccuracies are you seeing and kind of the downsides of just going to the generals of an online tool like that?
Well, I just want to make sure we're clear. Not all online tools are inaccurate or lacking updated information. Some sites are connected to the multiple listing service, and they take as little as 15 minutes or less than 15 minutes to update frequently. Some sites, however, including Zillow and I believe a couple others I don't want to mention, but they take up to 48 hours to update. So a lot of my clients, when I will change their listing or they will say, hey, I want to take a look at this, and I will go to the MLS, check it out, and something will be different because they got information from 2 days ago, and I have it right now. One way to make sure that you're getting the most accurate information as fast as possible is by going to our website, www.dcd, like dog, cat, dog, propertygroup.com. It's updated at a maximum of every 15 minutes because it is directly linked to the MLS. As far as valuation goes, Darin actually has a really good analogy there.
Yeah, Keelan, we talked about that the other day. I don't know if you remember, but I was referencing like Kelley Blue Book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I
That's
sort
a
of
good
equate to how
analogy,
that works because it gives you your car's value. But Kelley Blue Book, like Zillow or Redfin, Realtor.com, any of those, it's a third-party opinion of what it could sell for. And actually, I believe Kelley Blue Book might be better at determining a car's value than Zillow at giving your home's value. When you use sites like Zillow or Redfin, it spits out a number, presumably based on comparable sales. But neither of those sites give you the opportunity to modify the condition of the home, other factors when determining market value. At least with Kelley Blue Book, you have options of condition like excellent, good, fair, so forth. It even gives you the percentage of vehicles in those conditions and explanation of each. Used cars are considered to be excellent or showroom condition make up only 3%. The equivalent of this in real estate would be a completely remodeled or new construction home, meaning most homes, like cars, are likely to be, good or average, which is maybe 80% of the market, leaving the rest to fall in fair or poor or fixer categories.
Yeah.
Because of this, I found that these home search sites that provide values are seldom an actual sale price a homeowner might expect, which is why having a professional who is actually hands-on and works in the industry is best practice to use in getting more realistic sales and list price. Brokers have the ability, when providing you with their price opinion, to modify comparable sold properties to match the amenities of the subject property, which is something you cannot do on Zillow. I often tell my clients when they bring up a Zillow or Redfin estimate that just like Kelley Blue Book won't buy your car for the price they state it's worth, Redfin isn't going to buy your house.
Yeah.
That's, and to be fair, too, it's not even really their fault. I mean, at the end of the day, they just collect data. That's what software does, right? Yeah. It just collects data from these multiple areas and things, and there's no way with that much information to be precise and drill into it at all. So, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast, right?
It's a tool, and it's a great tool to have in conjunction with getting all of the actual data. So, Darin, and a lot of people want to get a discounted price for something, and with most services, with a discounted price, you're getting a discounted service or a discounted quality. I mean, that kind of typically goes hand in hand. In real estate, what would you say to somebody that's looking at using a discounted brokerage to sell their home?
Good question. Sellers are usually so concerned about the money they are, quote unquote, giving up rather than focusing on the amount they will net. By using a skilled broker who will give you and your property the attention you deserve, sellers end up taking more money home at the end of the day. In our experience, 50% of expired listings are from discount firms. So what's more important, how much you save in commission paid to brokers or how much you net from the sale of your house? The biggest complaint we've heard of listing with these online brokerages is that the listing agent is unavailable and will not respond to sellers' questions within a timely manner. It makes sense, though. What motivates someone to spend time and effort on a house that is listed too high when you have so many listings? Nothing. A broker with too many listings cannot give a seller the focus they and their property deserve, much like a teacher with too many students cannot give the individual attention needed to succeed.
That's a good analogy. So, Carly, why wouldn't a seller post their house for sale online and just decide that they're going to do it all themselves?
Well, for sale by owners have greatly decreased in numbers over the last 5 years even. FSBOs make up roughly 8% of the listings. Many properties that begin as FSBOs don't stay that way for long because homeowners realize what an undertaking it is to sell your home. That's why there's a whole industry that revolves around it, around representing buyers and sellers. Also, FSBOs are notoriously priced too high because they use sites like Zillow and Redfin. And when you do that, it just sits on the market. They get fed up because of the lack of response and go with a professional to price their home accordingly with the market and end up selling quicker and for a higher price. In our experience, those who hold out and do not list with the brokerage end up either out of despair or frustration, finally selling at a dramatically lower price and far longer time frame than they would have gone had they gone with a broker in the first place.
Yeah, and as a great idea to do is when you're really interviewing a broker, get their stats and find out what their sales look like because, everybody can, provide data on what success that they've had in the market. And I think that's a really important part of the process. So what excites you guys right now about real estate in this market that we're in? I mean, Carly, what gets you up every morning excited about helping your buyers and sellers? Or Darin?
Oh, boy. I would say my husband, he's been doing this for a very long time now, and he's worked in all the aspects of the industry, but he currently specializes in finding properties for builders, developers, and investors. He even likes to do projects from start to finish, like condo conversions and multi-unit construction.
Ah, I thought you were the one that was in charge, Carly.
She is.
Honey.
She is. And clients choose to work with my wife for her hands-on service, ethics, and passion she brings to the experience. She values her clients' trust above all, so transparency is key every step of the way.
Yep.
She believes in educating clients throughout the buying and selling process so they make the most informed decisions. She also has a heart for the military community, and she grew up across from JBLM on American Lake. She truly wants to help.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, Keelan and I aren't married, but we are, Dave and Angela, we're just co-hosts over here. But we need to kind of take a lesson from this couple and be a little bit nicer to each other in the studio.
We have fun, though. We spend a lot of time together, so we got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, we do. Hi, Angela. Hi, Dave. Well, thanks you guys so much for coming in. It was a pleasure to have both of you here, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And coming up next on The Money Hour, the secret sauce of working with the right agent. Carrie Ray Davis with Keller Williams right here at 11:50 a.m. KKNW after this short break.
DCD Property Group was founded on integrity, professionalism, hard work, and trust, values that never waver. They take great pride in providing a high level of personalized service to create a luxury experience for all clients, one that you will truly appreciate. Buy a new home or sell your current one in the greater Seattle and surrounding areas with DCD Property Group. Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals. We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals. Call us today at 206-399-2800 or visit us online at www.dcdpropertygroup.com.
Whether you're buying your first condo or selling your third home, DCD Property Group will provide one cohesive team to offer you a seamless experience to achieve your real estate goals.
We offer a wide range of professional services, and our agents will work with you to find the best deals.
Call us today at 206-399-2800. That's 206-399-2800.
Or visit us online at dcdpropertygroup.com.
Do you have the power to accomplish your goals? Are you connecting with others? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you learning and growing? Do you feel successful? Maybe you feel as though just getting through the day is the most you can do. Imagine what a difference it would make in your life when you activate your soul power. Your soul is indestructible. Your soul is the source to all you need. Your soul connects you to universal divine light, love, power, and wisdom. Danelle Green is a healer and guide who will help you activate your soul power, live your infinite greatness, and be your own hero. Step into your higher path. You are so possible.
Hello, I'm Danelle Green. I can guide you to activate your soul power. Find free resources at danellegreen.com. That's DANELLE green.com. Click on Book a Call for a free 30-minute soul power breakthrough session. I will listen deeply, and together we will discover the wisdom and power of your soul. The divine in me celebrates the divine in you. Namaste.
You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to the Money Hour on 1150 AM KKNW. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
And bringing in expert advice and inside knowledge on today's events in our local economy and how it can affect your money. If you're hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. But we're here to answer your questions or connect you with the guests that we have on the show today. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. In studio right now, we have Carrie Ray Davis with Keller Williams, the secret sauce of working with the right agent. Carrie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And a little bit about Carrie, being a resident of Seattle for over 22 years. Carrie has obtained unsurpassed knowledge of this beautiful city and its surrounding areas. She prides herself on knowing the Emerald City inside and out, from the best features of each neighborhood to all the wonderful places to explore. Believing in real estate with the art of hospitality, Carrie wants to be an all-around resource for what you may need in Seattle. Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, need a vendor to help accomplish these tasks, or just great restaurant recommendations, her goal is to create a continued relationship with her clients. Carrie believes in creating expertise. Carrie believes in creating experiences for others. She believes in creating clients for life and will do what it takes to help move your dreams forward.
So I'm curious, Carrie, what brought you into the real estate business?
Well, I had worked in the hospitality industry for quite a few years ahead of deciding to move into real estate. And a lot of those skills that you have working with people and being hospitable and hosting somebody in a restaurant or your home kind of goes along with going and looking for a house. Mm-hmm. So I was really wanting to make a difference, have a good lifestyle, be able to have flexible hours and to help people. So I went ahead and made that jump.
Awesome.
Yeah. Love that. So what areas in Seattle do you what's your expertise?
So I work all over the city. I am primarily in West Seattle. I live and work over there. Our office is over there, but I will go all through the metropolitan area of Seattle. Sometimes the east side, I'll come over a little bit, but we've also got a lot
Sometimes you'll come visit us.
Yes. Or we've also got a lot of good partnerships with other brokerages in the area. So if it's something where it's not the right fit for me or not the right area, I've got great recommendations and I can help you find somebody.
Love that. And I actually like when an agent really focuses on an area, not just for the time wise of it, because going back and forth, but just really to be able to hone in and have that massive knowledge in a specific area. I love that.
Right.
Tina, the oak tree. You got to tell them about the oak tree.
Yeah, I always say with the oak tree, you can hit 1,000 times in 1,000 different spots, and what will happen to the tree? Absolutely nothing. But if you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in the exact same spot, you're going to take it down.
Right.
So you work in the exact same spot, really work on that. You're able to really build and culture the business and the relationships that you want to.
Right, and also know the areas really, really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The oak tree had nothing to do with what we just talked about, but it fit in.
I like the analogy.
It fit in perfect.
Yeah. I'm also a West Seattleite, so we walk by with Little London. I walk by your office all the time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there's all little restaurants around there and fun stuff.
You walk by the office with Little London, or she's like dragging you by the office?
Yeah, more chasing her down the street. She loves Tallaricos. She has to go there once a week, and if we don't, she yells at me.
Oh,
Daddy, Tallarico pizza. Daddy, Tallarico. I'm hooking up Tallaricos right now.
Give it a jump.
So let's talk about your perfect client. Who is that for you?
So really anybody that's qualified, I like. I want
Hey,
those
that
people
helps.
that are really well qualified.
Yeah.
But I like to have a lot of fun. I usually become really, really close with my clients. So a lot of first-time home buyers, younger couples that are just kind of dipping their toe in the water. Maybe they don't know exactly where they want to be yet, but it's nice to show them around the city, kind of find out what their hobbies are, where do they work, what is their commute time going to be. But those younger buyers are super fun because it's fun to make that impact. But I'm happy to work with all different types of folks. But
So what sets you apart from a traditional real estate agent, Carrie?
I'm a hunter. I'm somebody that, depending on what my clients are looking for, I will go out and I will find it for you. If they want to have a specific sort of home and we're not finding it on the market, I'm fearless. I will talk to anybody. I will knock on doors. I will go directly, to the home or to a builder specifically to find out if there's something that I can help them with. And I think that there's a lot of people that aren't, this is a people business. Yes, you can look for a house online, but you cannot buy a house online. And you need to be able to have somebody that's going to advocate for you and really get out and go seek it and find it for you. So
I love that. Feet on the street.
I love
That's what it's
that.
all
Yeah,
about.
knocking on the
Street
doors.
teams.
Yeah.
The street team.
The
That's
street
good.
team,
I
yeah.
like that. Got to do what you got to do. So,
Right.
we've been talking a lot about shifting markets, and it's been pretty interesting. So, what are you excited about now with the shifting market and kind of where we're at?
Well, it's nice that, things have slowed down slightly. Buyers aren't having to give away everything and, their first child if they want to have a home.
right.
They
Yeah.
actually have a chance to negotiate. And, and it's just kind of nice to be able to do my job a little bit where I'm able to help my clients, be an advocate for them, negotiate terms and not just have to give everything away. Obviously sellers have to be realistic about what their homes are worth. And it's been a shift. I mean, heck, earlier this year, you might have been able to get $100,000 more for your house than you are right now, but that's part of what's happening. So I'm also excited to become a better agent and be in a market that is shifting because while I've been in real estate, it's pretty hot and I've been super successful in that regard, but having a market that's shifting is going to make me be better at my job.
Yeah,
So,
and I love that. Our first guest, Danelle, really in helping people get through some blocks and things that they're in, and I feel really blessed in going through the financial meltdown because what I learned in that is wherever there's a challenging market, there is as equal of opportunity.
Right.
So the more challenging, the more opportunity. And not to say that I ever wish for a bad market or a challenge for any of us, but I'm not afraid of it, and I'm prepared to really be able to step up to the plate and provide. So that's what I'm hearing that you're saying too. It really gives you an opportunity to step up and really to be that great agent that you are.
Right.
So preparing buyers and sellers, because the perception and even our conversation now, we're making it sound like, oh my gosh, we're heading towards another financial meltdown, which we are not. I have no belief
There's no
in that
recession yet.
at all. Exactly. But the perception of what's happening out there, especially from a buyer and a seller's perspective, because they're not leaders in the industry like we are. How are you helping them navigate through this shift that we've seen?
Well, I think it's just about good, clear communication and making sure that you're partnering up with the right lenders and the right people to help you with that process. I mean, I think a lot of the times people do see, prices are dropping, which is great. And some people may say, oh, I want to wait. Prices are probably going to keep coming down. They may, but as you spoke of in the beginning of the show, you borrowing your money is going to cost you more.
Yes.
So you need to be able to weigh out the benefits. Like, is right now the time to buy for you? Interest rates are, they've gone up a little bit, but they're still super low than they were, when the downturn happened. So I think, having good communication, talking through what those blocks might be, what are their goals to make sure that you're actually, giving them what they want. With sellers, it's about, I think, really having open, honest conversations about where things are happening and how you don't want to overprice your home right now. Yes, there was a trend, to underprice and get multiple offers, which you can still do, but I think it's probably smarter right now to price your home accurately. What is your home worth? Because you want to make sure that it's enticing and it looks good and you're working with the right realtor that's going to market it right and, get it looking it's perfect. Because we talked about people doing for sell by owners. A lot of people don't realize how much work goes into listing your home, and working with a professional that's really going to help guide you through it and be realistic with you and not sugarcoat it.
And how financially devastating that is if they price it wrong.
Exactly.
Because there's no more first impression.
Right.
You price your home wrong.
Exactly. You get
you
one
have to kind of
chance to make
pick
a
up
first
and move to a
impression.
new city. Take your home off the market for a couple months.
Repaint.
Exactly.
So, Carrie, what kind of homes do you like selling the most? What do you enjoy selling?
I really do enjoy the new construction. I get excited. My family, I'm from Idaho originally, and I had a family that were tile setters. And so I got to see a lot of construction as a kid and things being built. And so for me, it's super exciting to go to a job site and see it maybe, in the framing stages, but still be able to kind of tell what's going where. And I've had a lot of success getting my clients into new construction because sometimes it's not as competitive. There are all of these homes being built right now. And if you've got good relationships with the builders out there, then a lot of the time they'll talk to you. So that's super exciting for me. I do enjoy that.
That's very West Seattle too. Like kind of watching West Seattle come up.
It's
I've been there
changing a lot.
It's changing, and I mean like literally these modern buildings that
They're
are popping up, all
Right.
over the place, and they're super cool, and they're all kind of a surprise because they have like these rooftops
They're
with some
beautiful.
amazing views,
Right.
and the concrete finished floors I really love, and
Right.
they kind of stand out because West Seattle is kind of had that old feel,
Right.
right?
And I do love the old homes too. I mean, I love architecture, and I mean, there's that trade-off. We've got all this new construction happening, and they maybe not be as ornate and as beautiful as some of the older homes that are here. And I don't want Seattle to lose its individuality and the fabric of our history here. But there is obviously a need for housing.
We've got to change, and we've got to add some more units here.
Right.
And I love that I've had the passion behind new construction because that's one thing I've talked about before in my 9 years of running the show is new construction is a different breed, and you really have to have some expertise in the contracts are different. And I love how you'd mentioned about really if you've got a relationship with the builder because they all have agent representation there. But I really believe in having your own outside of the builder, not directly connected to the actual builder. As Carly had mentioned, a lot of people don't realize it doesn't cost you anything as a buyer. So get your own representation.
Exactly.
So having that in and that knowledge it has to be a huge benefit for your clients.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's fun for me to help them through that process.
Yes.
For sure.
So tell us about some upcoming projects. What are you excited about right now?
So Seattle's got some new luxury condos that are being built right now, and they're just starting to break some ground. So it's kind of exciting to be on that inside edge and getting that first, information about some of these big projects that are coming on. So
we're bringing it right here to 1150 AM KKNW.
Well, I was going to say, if you're interested, make sure you call me and contact me about it because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But there are some opportunities coming up for some really beautiful resort-style communities. Maybe they're only 40 units, luxury.
Wow.
So it's exciting to see that there is that market where it's, these beautiful luxury penthouse type condos that have good living space, beautiful views, close access to the city. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and where are you seeing that these? Because we've had a guest that was in a few.
Say Troy. He was talking about this.
Was it last week?
Last week, yeah.
He really represents in trying to. Has so much passion around affordable housing, and affordable housing isn't. The word affordable housing isn't really what you think it is. I mean, really, we are so far from affordable housing.
Yes.
And he was talking about, there's some opportunities in condos and things that are coming in, but the prices are so far from affordable housing. So in these new projects that are coming in, what would be a low end price do you think to be able to expect?
Well, the one I'm looking at is probably $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's luxury.
Yes,
I mean, these are luxury.
That's affordable, right?
I mean, yeah. Depending on who you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are luxury places where it's not necessarily like the builders are having to add in affordable, units to compensate for height, basically.
Yes. So, Carrie, what do you love about this area?
I mean, I love Seattle. I love the nature here. I'm from Idaho originally, so I really resonate with being outside and mountains and water, and being in an area that you have the city and the vibrancy of nightlife and restaurants. We've got such great food here, but then also being able to get out of town and get into the mountains.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I love about it. And Seattle's growing. I've been here since 1997, and it's kind of crazy to see how much it's been growing, but it's exciting at the same time.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
So, Carrie, you were talking about earlier some things that you like to do to support the community, which is fantastic and awesome. Tell us about some of that.
Yeah, so I'm with the Mitsui Real Estate Group with Keller Williams, and I work with some fabulous ladies, Rebecca Mitsui. And we have been supporting the community. We just did a huge fundraiser last weekend called Voodoo on the Bayou, and it goes towards the West Seattle Senior Center. The West Seattle Senior Center has had its funding cut quite a bit recently, and so we're doing what we can to help, support that community because it's so important. We respect our elders and want to take care of them. And then we also do Seattle Art Walk, West Seattle Art Walk every second Thursday of the month. And we are actually a West Seattle Art Walk sponsor, so that's exciting. So
There's
it's
a
fun.
lot of artsy people in West Seattle, so I bet that's pretty cool.
You should come over. You're West Seattle.
I was going to
Come
ask
hang
you,
out.
how do I get involved and how do listeners get involved? What can we do?
Yeah, just, come to our office. It's on California, and, contact me. My number is 206-330-6985, and my email address is Carrie Ray, KARIRAE, at firstclassseattle.com. Contact me, and I'm happy to send you out an invite.
Nice.
Love that. So as we're wrapping up our time here with you, Carrie, what would be a final tip that you would like to leave to our listeners when it comes to navigating through this ever-changing real estate market?
Find somebody that you like to work with. I mean, this is a people business, and we all like to do business with people that we like. Find somebody that you trust and that cares for you and that you actually care for back, because that's going to make your experience that much better.
Yeah, great advice. Thank you so much, Carrie,
Thanks for having
coming
me.
in. And this is your host, Tina Mitchell, signing off for the day.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
Your local mortgage experts, and we'll be here same time, same place next week right here at 11:50 a.m. KKNW. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Tina Mitchell, MLO 145420, and Keelan Harvey, MLO 1330075, are licensed loan originators with Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC, and MLS 7233. The views expressed by the speakers on the preceding program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC, nor are they necessarily endorsed by Gateway Mortgage Group, LLC.